Today I'm going to be making Crunchwrap Supremes. Right now, I'm in the store trying to figure out what tortillas I'm going to get so that I can make these. I'm trying to decide between flour and corn. Next, I'm going to grab a can of the refried beans. That will be the foundation for the wrap. And these are all of the items that I got from the store. I got taco sauce, corn tortillas, ground beef, sour cream, taco cheese, shredded lettuce, and some tomatoes. See the refried beans sitting up there too. So now I'm moving on to browning the ground beef. That's the very first step that you have to do. Get the ground beef nice and brown. And while you're browning the ground beef, make sure that you chop it up, and you'll see me doing that. I'll grab a spatula to do that, or some people have this thing, it looks like a cross at the bottom of it, but you brown the ground beef in that way. And once you have it all the way brown, then you go ahead and drain the fat off of it. I've seen different ways of that being done as well. But there's this me with the spatula chopping up the ground beef, getting it as fine as possible because you don't want a big hunk of meat in your crunch wrap. Like to have it nice and chopped up. So that's what's happening there. And as you can see, I'm getting it as chopped up as possible so that there won't be any large pieces of meat in the wrap. I didn't know I recorded myself doing this long, but it's not much to say or to continue saying other than make sure you get that meat chopped up as much as possible. And once you get the meat brown, you have to make sure that you that you drain it. That will be your next step. Now the meat, as you can see, the meat has browned and there's a lot of grease. Some people, again, use a paper towel. What I always do is use a colander and drain all of that grease off of the meat because you don't need that inside of your wrap. I've grabbed my seasonings out, the taco seasoning as well as the accent while the meat is sitting there draining. And don't ever pour grease or anything down your sink drain that can cause it to clog. Always drain it with a dish under the bottom, and then once it cools, you can transport it or transfer it over into a plastic bag, but never put it inside of your sink drain. These are the refried beans out of the can. I had never seen that before, but getting those ready. Added some water because they had started sticking to the pan, but again, those are the refried beans and what they look like broken down. I've set up a station so that I can start assembling the crunch wraps. That's all of everything out, the lettuce, the cheese, tomatoes. Here's my first one. Refried beans, like I stated, it will go first. And then you'll add some ground beef to it. And then you'll just continue to layer it step by step. But first, again, I'm going to add some ground beef. It's already been seasoned. As much meat as you possibly want, or as much as you can. And then the next thing you'll do is grab one of those hard tostadas, and that's how it looks completed. Sour cream, tomatoes, shredded lettuce. Once you get everything in, then you'll use some canola oil or avocado oil in the skillet. That's a finished product there. And then here's a couple of them once they got done. They look pretty good. Can't wait to tear into one of them. And the next thing you're going to see is the inside. And here it is on the inside. Time to enjoy.